My lesbian best friend, who I've had a crush on for years, just admitted she has feelings for me, and now we're both confused. We met freshman year of college. She needed someone to proofread her essay. I stayed up until 2 a.m. helping her fix her thesis, her transitions, her conclusion. She fell asleep on my couch halfway through. I covered her with a blanket and sat there like an idiot, just watching her sleep. That was the moment I was completely done for. But 6 months later, she came out, stood in the middle of my dorm room, nervous and fidgeting, and told me she was gay. I hugged her and told her I was proud of her, and I meant it. I genuinely meant it. But the second she left, I sat on the edge of my bed and just stared at the floor for a long time. I made a decision that night. I was going to bury every feeling I had, be the best friend she'd ever had, and never make it weird. And that's exactly what I did. I celebrated her first girlfriend, listened to every vent session about their fights, drove her to pick up her stuff when they broke up, sat with her while she cried. Never once let on that part of me was quietly devastated every single time she fell for someone else. Junior year, we decided to get an apartment together near campus. Everyone thought it was a little strange. My older brother pulled me aside and asked if I was sure that was a good idea. I told him we were just friends. He gave me this look like he didn't believe a word I said. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. Living with her was the greatest and worst decision I've ever made. Waking up to her making coffee in the morning, coming home to her already on the couch with a blanket saved for me, cooking together on nights when neither of us wanted to go out, learning every little habit she had, the way she hummed when she was reading, the way she always left cabinet doors open, the way she laughed at her own jokes before she even finished telling them. It was the best year of my life, and it was genuinely painful in a way I couldn't explain to anyone. I got good at the performance, really good. When she talked about girls she thought were attractive, I'd agree and change the subject. When she went on dates, I'd tell her to have fun and then sit in my room watching whatever was on and pretending I wasn't counting the minutes until she got home. I convinced myself I had it under control, that I'd made peace with it, that being close to her was enough. Then about 2 months ago, something started shifting. I didn't notice it at first. She just seemed quieter than usual, more in her head. I asked her a few times if she was okay, and she'd say yes, but something about the way she said it felt off. Then the little things started. She'd look at me a beat too long and then look away. She stopped bringing up girls she was talking to, which she used to do all the time. One night we were watching a movie, and she was leaning against me like always, and she just went completely still, like she stopped breathing for a second. I didn't say anything. Neither did she. I told myself I was imagining it. I was so used to managing my own feelings that I'd gotten paranoid. I was projecting. I was reading into things because I wanted to. Then last Tuesday, she went quiet at dinner, like mid-sentence quiet, just stopped talking and stared at her plate. I put my fork down and asked her what was wrong. She didn't answer right away. She kept her eyes down and just kind of turned her glass in her hands. And then she said she needed to tell me something, but she didn't know how to say it without making everything weird. I told her she could tell me anything, because that's what I always said. That's who I trained myself to be for her. She looked up and said she'd been feeling off for months, that something had been bothering her and she kept trying to push it away, but it wasn't going away. She said she didn't fully understand it yet and it was scaring her because it was messing with how she thought about herself. I stayed very still. I didn't say anything. And then she said she kept thinking about me differently, that she didn't know what to call it or what it meant, but that she felt like she had to tell me because it wasn't fair to keep it to herself when we were living together and she was around me every single day. She said my name after that. In this way, she had never said it before. I've loved this girl for 3 years. I watched her fall for other people and smiled and said all the right things. I rewrote myself completely to be someone who could exist in her life without wanting more. I got so good at pretending I almost forgot what the real version of my feelings even felt like. And now she's sitting across our tiny kitchen table, eyes red, waiting for me to say something. And I have absolutely no idea what to say.